Hello everybody, in this series of videos you're going to be learning about how you can go ahead and create YouTube using React. So basically this is going to be part 1 of creating the actual YouTube using React. This is basically going to be a series of videos and this is basically part 1. So what I'm going to do is just show my screen, and basically what I've done is just gone ahead and created a React app using npx create React app and just giving it a name, and then I'm just gone ahead and start it up on localhost 3000 using npm start. So basically I haven't changed anything. It's basically just the default template of how it looks. And what I'm going to do here is just go ahead and open this up. I've just called it YouTube demo, and go over to public, not source, sorry. And then what I'm going to do is just go ahead and paste in. Basically it's an icon. So I'm just going to hit paste, and there we go. So this is basically just a YouTube icon right over here. So you can just go ahead and use any icon that you want. And now we don't really need this favicon.ico, so I'm just going to delete it. And here over in index.html, I'm just going to go ahead and change this to icon.png. Like so. Now I'm just going to get rid of these comments, so let's just do that. Let's do that. There we go. And also get rid of that. So basically just getting rid of all of the comments. And for the title, I'm just going to call this YouTube demo. And here I'm just going to do this is a demo on how to create YouTube. So basically that's just a description. Come back here and there we go. So that's looking really good. So the icon and title have been changed. So YouTube demo, looking good. The next thing that we want to do is just go over to source and basically delete all of the test files. So app.test.js, logo.svg, and setup.test.js. They're basically the test files. So I'm just going to select all of them and just go ahead and hit delete. And now as you can see, it throws an error here. So it's basically because in app.js we have deleted logo and yet we're importing it. So we can just get rid of that. And what I'm going to do is just go ahead and get rid of everything inside of here. And basically in this video, we're going to be using the BEM naming convention. So just make that a lowercase a, like so. Okay, now what I'm going to do is just have a h1 in here that just says, let's build YouTube, or something like that. Now in app.css, I'm just going to get rid of everything, and in index.css, I'm just going to get rid of all of the margins. So basically, it's this little annoying space over here. So just select everything and give it a margin of 0. Hit save, and there we go. Cool. So let's close down both of those files, and basically what we're going to be building first is just going to be the header. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and say header, like so, and we basically need to create this. So basically what it is it's just going to be a component called header. So what I'm going to do is inside of the source, I'm just going to create a folder called components, and inside of that I'm going to create another folder called header, and inside of that I'm just going to create a file called header.js. Now I'm just going to do rafce, and basically what that is just an extension. So just search for ES7 right over here and just install this. So that's basically what it is, and you should get those snippets. So it's actually really handy. Okay, now what I'm going to do in here, so inside the div is just for now, I'm just going to say header just to prove that it's there. And also I'm going to create an appropriate CSS file for this. So import./header.css, like so. Let's just say header.css. We basically need to create that file. Hit save and come over here to the end of the word header and just go ahead and hit auto import. So basically hit control space and then just hit enter, and that's just going to auto import it right over here. Cool, so let's hit save and it should just say header. Nice. So right over here, what I'm going to do is just go ahead and create 3 divs. So basically do div times 3 like so. And here for this one, I'm just going to give it a class name of header underscore left like so. And here a class name of header underscore input, or I'm just going to do header center maybe. Class name for the last one, header underscore right. Okay, just hit save. And now what I'm going to do is basically install something called Material UI. So basically what Material UI will do is it'll allow us to go ahead and access some icons. So that's basically what I need Material UI for. So here I'm just going to go over to materialui.com. Basically that's where we install it from. And as you can see, this npm install Material UI/core, that's what we want to copy. So just select it, hit copy, just cd into the YouTube demo folder, and just hit paste, and that should just go ahead and install Material UI core. And also, by the way, we also need the icon. So instead of installing both of those separately, what we can do is just do npm i at material, or let's just hit up arrow, which will just do that. So also we will install Material UI/icon. So you can install two packages at once if we go ahead and do this. So npm install Material UI/core, and then space, and the next package, which is going to be Material UI/icons. So for that, I'm just going to search icons right over here. And the installation for icons is also right there. So you can just go ahead and copy that. And what I'm going to do, search the full list of these icons. There we go. There we go. So basically, this is just an entire list of the icons in Material UI. So here we just search for any icons. For example, let's just say the search icon. And then as you can see, it just gives us the search icon. So when we click on it, it just gives us the import code. So that's basically how we import it. And then I will show you how you can go ahead and render it. So as you can see, this is going ahead and installing Material UI core and Material UI icons both at once. So if you didn't know that trick, it's actually useful. So if you want to save time, you can just use that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is over here, I'm just going to search for menu, because that's what we want to do first. So the little menu icon on the left that YouTube has. So here we basically need to do the import code right over there. So after that, for rendering it, what we need to do is just open a tag and type in menu icon and just go ahead and close it. So that's basically how we go ahead and do that. And here is just going ahead and installing. So let's just go ahead and wait for that. And until then, what I'm going to do is just paste in an image right over here. So it's basically image header underscore logo. In the source, I'm just going to do icon. No, actually, I'm just going to do a URL right over here. So we can just go ahead and search for YouTube icon, like so. And we should just get the icon right over here of YouTube. So let's just come over here to images, and what I'm going to do is just get a nice little YouTube icon. So I think this one's good. So let's just do that. And wait, I don't actually want the background. So let's see, YouTube. Okay, YouTube icon, let's do PNG. Well, that shouldn't have a background. Let's see here. This one. Yep, that one's good. And let's just go ahead and copy the image address. And then what I'm going to do is just paste that in right over there. Hit save, come back here. And this may just throw an error, I don't know. Yup, menu.js is not found. That's because the Material UI core and Material UI icons are not actually completely installed. I don't know why, but sometimes it's really slow. I think it's because I'm recording, I don't know. But yeah, let's just wait for this. And once that installs, we should actually be ready to go. So here, as you can see, it's just gone ahead and installed, and I can just refresh this. Sometimes it bugs out like that. And okay, for some reason it still has that actual background thing. So for getting rid of that, let's just see, I'm just going to grab a URL right now. So basically I just have an image right over here in my clipboard. Let's just paste that in here. And I will actually leave a Git repo link in the description down below, so you can actually go ahead and just download the GitHub repository and just get this icon if you want to. Okay, and here let's just use slash, I think it was YouTube icon, yeah, YouTube icon dot png, right? Or it's actually YouTube logo.png, YouTube logo.png, save it, come back here, and there we go. Now it doesn't actually have that background. Nice. So what I'm going to do next is just go ahead and implement the header center. So what I'm going to do is just have an input like so, and the placeholder here is going to be search. Oops, placeholder search like so. And what I'm going to do is just have another icon, which is going to be the search icon, and I'm just going to of course import it right over here. So if you want, you can do this, paste that in, just get rid of the icon, or else you can just always go over here to the website and just search for whatever you want. So for example, the search icon in this case, so search, and just go ahead and copy the import code, but I'm going to do this way for simplicity. Hit save, and there we go. So we have those two elements. That's looking good. And basically what I'm going to do is over here in the header right, what I'm going to have are some icons. So I'm just going to paste them in right over here. So let's do Control V, and basically these are the icons. So we of course need to go ahead and import them. So right over here, I'm just going to paste that in, save it, come over here, and we should have the actual icons. Let's see, it should be there. Let's hit refresh. Okay, it's actually compiling. Yep, there we go. It's actually compiling right now. So basically we just need to wait for this to complete compiling, and then we should be ready to go. So terminal, there we go. So we basically have these 4 icons, or actually 3 icons, and an actual picture of me. So basically that's an avatar. So it's from Trivial UI, and it's basically for use like this. So like a user's avatar. So the alt, I'm just going to do user icon, and the source is just going to be this. You can just put in your image right over there. Okay, now what I'm going to do is right now what we want to do is just do CSS. So here for the CSS, what I'm going to do is just paste it in, and I'm just going to have a link to the CSS in the description down below. You can just copy it from there. So just save that, and that's how it looks. So basically some of the class names, that's what's the problem. So all of that's looking good. So header, center, so some of the stuff. Let's see, and here for the search icon, we need to give that a class name. Header underscore center, or let's do search button like so. And what I'm going to do is come over here to CSS and just change this to that. Header, this is header underscore right. And for each of these, we have a class name of header icon. So what I'm going to do is just do that. Looking good. Save both of them. And that's how it looks. So it still has some problem. So let's see. And that's because I haven't actually given this div a class name of header. I'm sorry for that. So just do header, save it. And oh, oops. I actually spelled class name with a lowercase n. So basically you need to do an uppercase n, and now it all works. Okay, just a silly mistake right over there. And now with that being said, that's pretty much it for this video. So basically this was part 1 where we actually went ahead and created the actual header. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.